There is an East Asian parable about a farmer whose horse runs away into barbarian territory, which makes his neighbors say, "Oh, what bad luck." To which the farmer replies, "Bad luck? Good luck? Who knows?" Sometime later, the horse comes back, bringing with it wild horses which now belong to the farmer, who is now rich in horses. And the neighbors remark, "Oh, what good luck." To which the farmer replies, "Good luck, bad luck, who knows?" Then, while breaking in or trying to ride one of the new horses, the farmer's son falls off and breaks his leg. To which the neighbors say, "Oh, what bad luck." And to which the farmer replies, "Bad luck, good luck, who knows?" And finally, at the end of this parable, the army comes into the village to forcibly recruit all the young men to go to war with them, and they're able to take everyone except the farmer's son because of his broken leg. And the neighbors say, "Oh, what good luck." To which the farmer again replies, "Good luck, bad luck, who knows?" And the story could still keep going, but there's another story I want to talk about today, because the question of who knows and the idea that we are in the dark when it comes to some crucial information that would change our minds about everything runs like a thread through Silas Marner by George Eliot. We could describe Silas Marner as an anti-detective novel. There are 3 mysteries in here, but we are not tasked to solve them. And by we, I mean the readers. And that's because we're already given the crucial bit of information that would allow the characters to crack the case. For us, the question is not who done it. The question is, will they ever figure it out? And it really does seem that they might not. In fact, if you like detective fiction, especially thrillers, you might be really frustrated at how badly the characters try to go about cracking the second mystery, which is the robbery of Silas Marner's gold. They pick up all the wrong clues, they jump to all the wrong conclusions. It's frustrating for us, it's frustrating for them. They eventually have to conclude that it will have to be a cold case. And that's because George Eliot is not writing mystery fiction. She's writing about mystery, specifically the mystery in the lives of religious believers who have to admit that we do not have access to the mind of God, God who is omniscient. We are given very limited knowledge, and we have to walk in the dark by faith. And the way she does it through third-person omniscient point of view is pretty fantastic, because here we are knowing the truth about everything, knowing that if we were dropped into the story and told the characters what was going on, their lives would be so much easier. And we're not really doing anything. We cannot do anything. We're out of the story the way God is out of time. The main difference being that God is also omnipotent and we are not. It's obvious why we cannot intervene. It's not so obvious why the God whom the characters believe in does not intervene. Now I am verging into spoiler territory while still trying to be as vague as possible. 2 of the 3 mysteries are solved. And they're solved in a way that makes a lot of sense, but also still has an element of the incredible in it. So when Silas Marner finally learns the truth and quotes scripture, specifically the line that all things will be revealed, everything that is hidden will be revealed and brought to light, it feels so appropriate. It really does feel as if there was divine intervention, even if you could say that there also probably wasn't. That's another mystery. And it leads him to believe that the final mystery could also be solved. and yet it is not. And this is another reason why third-person omniscient point of view was such a fantastic choice, and frankly, the only one George Eliot could have used to tell this particular story. From the beginning, we are let in on everything. The information flows to us freely. Nothing is held back. And then at the end, even we are told, sorry, your revelation ends here. You will also have to be in the dark about other things. And that is such a powerful ending from what is ultimately a meditation on faith. I have not done much research into George Eliot's religious background. I only know the basics, that she was an Anglican when she was a child. She was raised up in that faith, that as a teenager, she was introduced to evangelical Christianity and to a more literal way of interpreting the Bible, and that she was very passionate and devout in evangelical Christianity until her early to mid-20s. And then after that, she became more of a secular humanist. And I know this because I looked it up, because the 3 books of hers that I've read, Middlemarch, The Mill on the Floss, and now Silas Marner, all have strong religious elements in them and characters who seem, like their author, to still be haunted by religion. It makes their lives a little deeper, a little richer, and yes, a little more mysterious. And although secular humanism doesn't deal in mysteries, that doesn't mean that the mysteries have been solved. And it doesn't mean that someone who is sincerely a secular humanist may not feel a sense of mystery still lingering in life and in her view of the world. Like the East Asian parable we started with, Silas Marner also asks the question, who knows? Unlike the parable, it gives us an answer. George Eliot may not have believed in God when she wrote it, but her answer was, if anyone knew, it would be God. That is not the answer I expected to get, but it's an answer I find I like very much. Thank you for listening to my video essay. Now that I'm at the end of it, it's a lot shorter than I thought it would be, given the profundity of the theme. But then again, Silas Marner is a pretty short classic. George Eliot says everything she needs to say in 21 chapters and a conclusion. I also plan on filming a review of Silas Marner, in which I also rate it using my 5P system. So if you enjoyed my thoughts on it in this video, I hope you'll also come back and watch the review.